Hey friends, welcome back to the craft room. My name is Anna and this is Tales from the Craft Room. In my last video, I told you that I was making squares for a local yarn group or crochet group that I've never actually visited with them, but they have helped me out with preemie hats. And they mainly make lap gans for nursing homes and donate to the residents in the nursing homes. They use a 10 by 10 square. And since they've helped me, I thought I would make some squares and give to them to make a blanket. I feel that would be a good contribution to give them since they have been kind and helped me. So this is the first square that I did that I showed you in my last video that I finished off. And my rules for this is every row has to be a different color. I've tried to do solid color grannies with just a variegated skein of yarn and it does not work for me. I've tried multiple times and I cannot do it, especially one that is 10 by 10, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 rows for me. It does measure out by 10 and I'm using an H hook. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure where the camera's at. An H hook and just worsted weight yarn. And I am pulling from my scrap tote, which is, it's pretty full. Some scraps are pretty small, some scraps are big, and some scraps are even bigger. So since I have this one finished, I thought we would go ahead and start another one. So I can't show you my tote because it's down under my table, which is dark. But I just reach in and reach down and grab one and pull it out. And what it is what it is. My only rules are I cannot do the same color twice in a row. And I know some of the scrap balls in there are really scrap balls. They've been wound up in several different colors. Some of them were from Mom, some of them I have done for myself, but if I get one of those, I will put it back because I do not want a weird random color change in the middle of a row. So this will be the first color for my next square. And this is just a regular traditional granny square, nothing fancy. And I have lots of tails. I will show you the back side of this first one. This is going to be a nightmare for you-know-who to weave all of these ends in. Yeah, something I am not looking forward to, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's get started on the next one.